everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. See by the title below, yes, episode 2 of Tokyo Ghoul Re is finally here. And honestly, I was not expecting this to be revealed so fast. I mean, it wasn't like specifically, you know what, no. It was literally revealed already that this is, Hayase is Kaneki. Because, I mean, come on. The whole thing at the very beginning with what we find out to be Nishio ends up saying, calls him Kaneki, and then he says he's, irredeemable. Then you have the whole part with pretty much Akita telling, that if he's when he's human, treat him as a human, but if he turns into a ghoul, you treat him as a ghoul. And you saw that literally they brought in like the ace squad to go and take him down and shoot him in the head, so to calm him down, I guess, because of course, obviously, seeing Nishio ended up sparking something in his head, which of course is pretty much his memories, I'm guessing. That's why when he has his talk with Arima and everything, it ends up being the fact that he's like, yeah, I don't remember my past life, the past me like 20 years ago or whatever it said, or something like that, my past 20 years before that. He only has his, current 2 years memories of him being with the rest of the Cuncy squad. To which I gotta say, I'm like, holy shit, okay, so that means at the end of Rue, when he was facing Arima ends up beating him, and I guess they end up wanting to use him and pretty much replaces or take away the rest, what memory he did have, and then start new, I guess, with Hayase. And thus that's why, of course, also as well as when you hear Yuri going to talk to the doctor, this whole Cuncy squad, this whole plan to use ghouls as to fight against ghouls and everything was because of Kaneki, which makes absolute sense that yes, that's gotta be Kaneki then. And I was just like, holy shit, okay, everything is pointing towards it. I mean, not just pointing towards it, it's literally just screaming that yes, Hayase is Kaneki. But like I said, I didn't expect it to be put in this episode. I actually thought they were gonna hold off and make us have to like wait and think about it for a couple episodes, but it kind of makes sense considering the fact that they only have 12 episodes in this season, so you can't be dilly-dallying that kind of stuff. And I actually saw in the forums that people were saying that this episode wasn't rushed. Actually, it was only I think adapted 3 chapters, and they pretty much adapted what was in those 3 chapters. So I'm actually pleasantly quite surprised that instead of hearing people in the forums, in my anime list forums, yeah, I know, why am I still going there, but I still like to check it out every once in a while. But instead of hearing people like, oh my gosh, it's rushed, this is garbage, this is shit and everything, it's actually people saying, wow, this was actually not rushed. They actually adapted only 3 chapters. And I'm like, holy crap, am I in another dimension? What the hell is going on here? This wasn't rushed, but it was actually a pretty good episode. I really enjoyed the beginning part. We get straight into the action like I was hoping for, with pretty much at first it looks like he's not going to let Kaneki in. He starts fighting, Serpent, which ends up being Nishio after, and ends up, at first looking like he has a chance and he's actually going to beat him. Of course, after that, he gets his ass kicked, but then, of course, Kaneki takes over, and then, of course, he pretty much takes him out, like practically kills him, takes his mask off, and then we see who he is, and, of course, right there and then, you see the memories start flooding in, him start screaming, him not under control, and everyone coming in and attacking him to stop him, kind of thing. It's like, holy shit. And I was wondering, how are the Cuncy squad going to react to this? Because if they're like a family, I don't know why I keep doing air quotes, but it's kind of like that. They're like a family kind of thing. Certain people are not going to like this. Everyone seems to be okay with it except Yuri, obviously. But that's mostly because he ends up getting demoted to no longer being captain. And his ambition and everything is getting him more mad. But of course, you can see why, the whole thing with his father. We see more of that in this episode. So it's good to see at least some development for these characters. Still don't know much about most of them, including Psycho, who has finally made an appearance. Who she ends up just being someone who just stays in her room, locks the door, and plays games all the time. So pretty much a neat. I'm not too sure if we're going to see her. I think we are going to in the next episode. I would like to, because it's kind of weird to have just one of your squad mates never being on these missions. I don't know. I want to see her style, because we've seen the fighting of everyone else so far, except her. And of course, as we saw, we also got to see Ayato as well. So that pretty much also screamed that it is, you know, Kaneki, because he ends up asking the guy, was there someone in that Quincy squad named Hayase or Sasaki? So I was like, oh yeah, it is. I mean, I already knew it was for like pretty hard from the first episode, but then pretty much this episode just gave us, you know, answer after answer. If you kept questioning yourself, it gave you another answer saying, yeah, it is Kaneki. And then of course your next mission, of course, is to find someone called the Nutcracker, which she pretty much smashes people's smashes males testicles. And at that point I was like, oh man, no, please no, that's, oh, like the guy was like, is this really happening? Like he's happy. I'm like, dude, this is like masochist to the next level kind of shit, you know? But yeah, other than that part, after that, when they're looking, all of a sudden he's like, ooh, or Hayase is like that, and all of a sudden he's like, ooh, he talks about coffee and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the coffee shop, isn't it? This is the coffee shop that Toka is at. And yes, obviously they go in, who is there? Toka. He starts tearing up when he drinks the coffee because he remembers that. He says the whole thing, and thought to myself how anyone could be as pretty as her. And literally like, yeah, that's Kaneki. The Kaneki x Toka is right there. And I was just like, that moment with the music coming on when she appeared, literally I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, that was my favorite scene of the entire episode. I'm not too sure how much of Toka is going to be shown in this season, but nonetheless, that one scene just proved to be like, just, that was amazing, and literally was probably the most, I would say, the best way to end this episode. Like literally, you had questions, you know, in the first episode. The second episode, finally we hear, gets a lot of answers. And if somehow, some way, you were still like, kind of like, I'm not too sure if it's really Kaneki or not, throughout the episode, after time and time again they throw in some type of different answer in there, that ending right there just solidified it for you, like literally telling you, yeah, it's Kaneki. Only Kaneki would say this because of, you know, after seeing Toka. And literally it was such a beautiful moment, like her smiling and everything right there, him with his tears. I was waiting for the tears to come down because the way they had the camera angled for that scene, I was like, tears are gonna come down. And honestly, like that was just perfect. That was best scene. I don't know how they're gonna top that, but yeah, hopefully we get to see more Toka. I really do want to see more of her, but I'm not too sure how much of it's gonna be, like how much of a focus she's gonna have in this, and she is just a supporting character. And obviously Hayase is still trying to fight back against Kaneki, so we're probably not going to see very much of her since she's just working at the coffee shop and everything. But yeah, nonetheless, I definitely enjoyed this episode, and honestly, I just can't wait to see next week's episode. Now, after the first episode, I was questioning. I was like, man, I don't know how the second episode's going to be. I was really confused. Hopefully we get answers, you know? And then after the second episode, everything just solidified that, hell yeah, here's my answers. Thank you for that. And I cannot wait to see what is going to happen next. But yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything else and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Anime watchers only, did you enjoy this episode as much as I did? Were your answers, you know, was your questions answered from episode 1 like mine were? Feel free to comment below whatever you guys thought about the episode. And source material readers, manga readers, how did you feel about this episode? Since I saw in the forum some people already saying that this one was actually not rushed, so I want to know how you guys felt. Of course, as usual, don't put spoilers. If you want to do it, like I said before, do the whole 4-line thing and make it say spoilers below, so you have to click read more. Thus, of course, if someone clicks it, that's their fault, that's their choice. But yeah, it's all I gotta say, guys. So till next time, see ya.